Okay, again, this is Victor Mosley coming to you on my podcast, Out in Black. Please hit that subscribe button so I can continue to bring these authentic black voices to everyone, and let's get this thing off the ground. Thank you. Now, let's begin. Now, I want to talk about the last part of my series, the 10th video of Out in Black. And it's about being bitter, the taste of bitterness in your mouth. Let's look at it. So we went through sweet, sour, and now we're talking about bitter. Now, of course, when something is bitter, it distorts the face probably, but once you taste it, I mean, it's not pleasant most of the time. And let's say it alters behavior. What some of the things in life that have happened to us, and now we are bitter. And let's keep it into current events. Now, let's say you've discovered that most of these people who are now targeting Republicans, who are now targeting your Social Security, Medicare, and Medicaid, which they actually have a pretty good shot of stealing all that money and giving it to the wealthy. You can sit there and act as if when it's all done and it's over, that you won't have such a bitter taste in your mouth that you're not going to know what you're going to do from the next second to the next second, because you're not going to have any money. You're not going to have any desirability. And even if they don't succeed in stealing all the money, they can sabotage it to the point where even services are disrupted, meaning your monthly check, which you have deposited in from all the years of your working life. This ain't free money. This is money you already put in there. It's just like if you go to your bank and you deposit your paycheck in the bank, and you go there the next day and the bank tell you, well, you can't have your money. It's my money now. You said, wait a minute, how is it the bank's money now when I deposited that money to my checking account, to my savings account? Right. It would seem crazy to you for somebody to say that to you. So that's what the Republicans and the legacy media, Fox, ABC, NBC, CBS, have the Washington Post, New York Times, Wall Street Journal. I mean, all these papers, whatever you can think of, all these news outlets, CBS, all of them have said over the decades, over all this time period, as if everything is a joke, everything is funny, that they can say your entitlements without actually making sure that you understand that that is your money. It is not some money the government giving to you. How can the government give you something that is already yours? I mean, that's just like this shirt I'm wearing, which is, well, make sure you get that. That is my last duty station, last active duty station, Camp Humphreys in South Korea. I mean, sitting there thinking that somebody now, which is a part of my life, oh, well, okay, well, I mean, I just put that in your service record. You didn't really serve at Camp Humphreys. I mean, you wasn't really there. I mean, really? So that is the type of thing that when you don't do what you're supposed to do and fend for yourself, speak up. When it's time to speak up, of course, do it lawfully, do it logically, do it methodically. We don't need any violence against person or property. Speak up for yourself lawfully, and tell these folks, these Republicans, you're not going to steal my money and give it to the wealthy. You're not going to give it to the billionaires because you promised them that you only working for them and you're going to make good on your promise to the billionaires. Tell them you are not. Now, of course, the second thing about building this, it hampers progress. Or you're bitter, then you're sitting up in a chair, you got your arm folded now. I mean, you so mad, I ain't gonna do nothing now. I ain't gonna do nothing now. I mean, people they took all my money, I ain't got no money now. Okay. You're not progressing in any sort of way. You got your arm folded. You're sitting up in your chair. I mean, you probably crying, and I mean, all the tears falling from your eyes. I mean, you can't better keep up with wiping the water away. But the Democrats have told you that that would happen. Now, again, I'm not under any illusion about the two different political parties and what they offer. Now, from my understanding, the Democrats have been working throughout their existence to alter or level the playing field so everybody has a shot at success. That's different from the Republican Party, where they only want to give all the money to the Republicans, to the billionaires and the millionaires, because, oh, they're the ones that give them campaign contributions. And then they say somehow their economic plan by giving all the money to the weather, or someday it'll trickle down to you. Oh, just like if you have a leaky faucet, oh, that faucet, just leave it there. Just put the dirty dishes in the sink, plug the sink up, and sooner or later, that faucet drip, drip, drip will fill that sink up. I mean, it may take you a year, but eventually, the drip, drip, drip from that faucet, dripping every 5, 10, 20, 30, 1 minute, will somehow fill that sink up with water. I know that's a good analogy. I know, I just thought of that. Yeah, you see, that's what I'm talking about. You're sitting here buying these unicorn magical fantasies of the Republicans. They're saying, they tell you, oh, we keeping the money from black folk, from Mexicans. Oh, we keeping them on our border. We're not letting all these folks into our country. If they got in here, they taking your job. Now tell me what white American is going to work in a doggone freaking strawberry patch. I'm not going to even say no black folk. I'll get to what black folk want to work. So you ain't got to talk about black folk working in the field, but that's just not going to happen. What white person is going to pick some tomatoes, going to pick them doggone lettuce heads, they're going to go in that field and shuck some corn, get some grapes off the tree, pick some oranges off the tree, pick some apples off the tree. Tell me what white person is going to do that. That's not going to happen. And certainly right now, I mean, there's white people working construction. I mean, they basically build some of the houses, but most of those jobs are taken up by now our brown and darker skinned Hispanic brothers and sisters of Spaniard ancestry. Okay? The people who the workers, I think it was all male, that put my roof on my house, my new roof on my house, were all descendants of Spaniard ancestry. Did I have a problem with that? Okay, I answer for you. No, I did not. So that's the thing. I mean, that's what all these Republicans are trying to get you to get everything that can increase suffering, increase chaos. That, again, my third point in something that tastes bitter is going to prevent achievement. Now, you sitting here and you rejected the Democratic candidate for the 2024 presidential election, which offered many different programs, things that will help level the playing field, that will create more opportunity for people who need employment or who don't have the skills to go in and understand that what they need to do to be able to apply and get those jobs because they have the right skills. But you rejected that because when you create programs cost money. Creating laws costs money. Creating the Chips and Science Act costs money for companies to invest. The government needs to invest in it. And let's not forget, the internet was created by the United States government. Okay? So all this stuff about your unicorn president, Ronald Reagan, government doesn't create anything. Well, pretty much government creates everything. And let's go back to today. And you really think Elon Musk created all that rocket technology, all the space technology that he is benefiting from today? Oh, I think NASA already had all that technology invented, which was paid for by who? All that technology was invented and paid for by who again? I'm not here. Speak up. Speak up. I can't hear you. Okay. NASA, which is a department of the United States government. Okay, you're slowing down. I need you to just say these things quicker. National Aeronautics and Space Administration passed on all this knowledge, all these procedures, techniques, in um, advancements along to Elon Musk, and he did those things. He just continued to build on those things. He didn't create anything new. Okay, when you have the foundation, all you do is improve it. In order to create something new, you got to create something new entirely of your own. It's not that he created anything new. He basically advanced the technology that was already created, paid for by the who? United States government. So I mean, they put some black folk sense to it. When somebody give you something, don't turn around and tell somebody else, "Oh, I already paid for that. I paid for that myself." You know, when somebody have you over for dinner, or somebody invites you out for dinner, that's better. If somebody invites you out for dinner, it applies some black folk sense to it. You tell everybody that you ate at Chateau Le Blanc, Zeju. Oh, I was there. I paid for my dinner myself, knowing that's a lie. Okay. Now, again, that's just what's being bitter. You know, you doing all these things that you're harming yourself, and then you want to blame everybody else for it. They go, oh, you didn't get some little trinket somebody wanted to throw out to you. So you blame the Democrat, you blame Vice President Kamala Harris for it, but all these black Republicans, all these folks that voted for Donald Trump, now this man is taking everything from you. Now you're bitter about your choice. You can sit there with your arm folded and say you still made the right choice, the right decision, all you want, but you keep on doing it. You're gonna find yourself the new saying nowadays I hear, you don't F around, fuck around and find out. You will find out, and you're not gonna like the taste that it's gonna be so bitter in your mouth you're gonna keep spitting for days. Stop destroying yourself. Again, that's it for today. I want to thank everybody for paying attention, tuning in, listening to my channel, Out in Black. Again, this is Victor Mosley. Go to my website, landcalls.com. You'll find more different stories on there. We're going to keep this thing going. Please hit that subscribe button. I thank you.